Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Serrano. Today we're going to be doing tips and tricks, 35 tips and tricks for the Umidigi A9 Pro. Now, if you're new to the crew, make sure you subscribe and get notified. But if you're already part of the crew, salute. Alright guys, so the first tip and trick I want to talk about is how to enable spam protection. So basically you want to go to your messages and then there's an option right here that says spam and blocked. So you basically want to hit that, and you can see right here when you hit spam and block, you're going to notice you have this folder where all your spam messages go. So basically go to the top three dots right here, hit that, and then hit settings. After you hit settings, hit spam protection, and then you should have that enabled right here. Another thing I like to do is turn off the shutter sound when you're using the camera. You could, right here, it usually is activated by default, but I usually just like to turn that off because if you're in public, you're taking photos, you might get into an altercation. Someone might think you're taking photos of their kids or something, you know, but I just keep that off just to, you know what I mean, avoid any you know what I'm saying, like, you know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm saying, just avoid any disagreements or anything of that nature. But as you can see, there's another thing right here called the app tray wheel, which is located on the top right here, and you can actually slide that. Now, it's only for right-handed people right here. You could only use that if you're right-handed. I'm actually a lefty, so if I was to try to find that on the left side, it's not there. But if you just swipe up, there's like this little wheel right here that you can see the alphabet and get to your app a lot easier, which is kind of cool. Now, by default, the actual battery percentage is actually hidden on this phone. So what you have to do is go to battery, and then right here you can hit battery percentage, and then you can get the battery percentage meter at the top. Another thing that you can do to make this phone a little bit more zippy is remove the animations and accessibility. So just go to settings and then go to right here where it says accessibility, and then just go ahead, remove the animations. You're gonna notice that the speeds on the phone are like really quick after that. Another thing I like to do is actually go into the option where it says screen time out inside of display. After you do that, you're gonna notice that you're gonna have much longer time to look at the phone. Usually it's at 30 seconds, but if you put it to like a minute, between 1 minute and 5 minutes, or even 2 minutes, you know what I'm talking about, you're gonna have a longer to look at the device without it locking. Now, one of my favorite features on this device is the smart key feature in settings right here. All you have to do is hit that, and what I like to do is have it set right here as a long press for the flashlight, guys. So when you actually, you have the thermometer one. Let me go back right there. So you can see I have the thermometer one for a single click, but when you long press it, you actually can get the flashlight on there. So let me show you what I'm talking about. That's the single click. And you see what I'm saying? Now I got the flashlight on there. And the other thing that I like to do is set it as a Google Assistant. So the thermometer one, I'm not really gonna use at this moment, but you can set that for, you know what I'm saying? The Google Assistant, you know, right here. And then so when you hit that, you can do it a single click for Google Assistant, and it'll open that. And then you can change this one from Zello to, let's say, I don't know. What's the other thing that most people use when they're trying to get to it? We could do like Notes or something, or Spotify. I'm on music a lot, so even Maps, a lot of people do use Maps. You could set that one as well. Now, when you long hold the screen, you get the home settings options, and you can change the default to have an app tray, or just have the regular apps on the display, so everything is here without an app tray. So it just kind of makes it a little bit more, you know I'm talking about, everything is just right there, and you know it's really quick and everything, so you won't have to swipe up or anything like that. It's more like an iPhone. Now, another thing you should do is go into your settings option again, and you're gonna go into the privacy option. So let me get to it real quick. When we go into the privacy option right here, what you're gonna want to do is go to here down the bottom where it says ads and go ahead and opt out of getting those, because you'll see that you know, I'm talking about, it's gonna say you will still see ads, but they may not be based on your interests and things of that nature. So you could just opt out of those as well. Now, another thing I want to do is go into the sound and audio of this device, because it's going to give you a little bass boost feature. You can change your ringtones here, but sound enhancement, it's got the best loudness volume booster for your speakers. Now, if you go into security on this device, it's going to give you the option for the data protection. So just go down, go to more. It's all the way down at the bottom right here. Then you're going to have to enter your pattern or a PIN. And right here, it's like a little section where you could save photos, audio, videos, and other things of that nature. So you could just hit the plus sign and then go to your internal storage on your phone. And then when you can go to the camera right here, and all the photos will be inside of it. And then you could pretty much just add like all the photos, videos, things of that nature inside of here. But that's pretty much where you want to put everything, guys. So you could change the pattern, unlocking history, and even unlock it if you do so desire. But you can see right here, those are all the options. Now, the other thing that you can do on this device, guys, is if you're in social media or something like that right here and you're just browsing through, you might want to go ahead and take a screenshot. So maybe you see something cool, maybe you see something like funny. You go ahead and touch the power button in the bottom volume rocker. Let me see if I see something sick. This looks pretty dope. So I just went ahead and hit that. Now we can edit the screenshot right here. You hit the edit button or the share button. You're gonna get your on-screen options here. It says it'll make it more helpful for editing. Okay, got it. So you can see you can make it, enhance it, warm it up, cool it out, suggestions. You got your filters, different brightness options and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? So this is a really solid feature here. And I see myself messing with this. And you know what I'm talking about? It just has a nice variety of different things to choose from inside of here. Then you can hit done, save as copy, and you know, things of that nature. Now let's say you're just browsing social media and you see you know, let's say the sound is on and you don't want the sound to be on. Let me see if I can find something with some sound in it. There's a video, I think. All right, cool. I think I turned that back on. What you want to do is press the power button in the top volume rocker at the same time, and it vibrates calls and notifications and all the so you won't get any calls or notifications anymore. Well, that was fire. That was actually fire. Another thing that I find helpful inside of the camera is if you set location on, because if you're in a certain place and you take a photo now, it'll tell you where you were in the details feature. Another thing is this phone doesn't have the weather on the home screen. So one of the things you might want to do is add the weather to the home screen. So it's really easy to do that. All you have to do is long press the screen, go to widgets, and then go down to where it says weather, where it says Google, actually. Let me show you. Right over here. And then you can click at a glance, go ahead, hold it on the screen. And then not only is it going to give you the date, time, and day, but also the weather as well. Another feature that's really sick on here is the screen recorder feature. So let's say you're scrolling through like Facebook or something like that. And let's say you just see something really cool on here. What you can basically do is do a screen recording of the what you see on here. So let me just show you what I'm talking about. You can hit that option, start now. The screen is going to start recording at the top. You see right there. And it shows you how your finger is moving across the screen as well. So now you got your video. You could hit stop right here at the top. You could drag this around as well, hit stop. And now this video will save to your photo section. So when you're inside of the files, you can go back to videos. And it's going to be right here, guys. The screen is going to start recording at the top. And it even records your voice too, so I think that's pretty cool. Now, another thing that's pretty cool is that you can actually change the buttons and gestures on this device. Let me just show you what I'm talking about. Go into settings again. After you go into settings again, you're going to go into your system option. You're actually going to go to the gestures right here. Make sure you turn on jump to camera, because when you double tap the power button twice, it's going to open the camera. And you can also, that's how you would activate that last feature I was talking about. Now back in settings, make your way to smart assistant, and then right here in system navigation, you have the option for 3 buttons, 2 buttons, or the gestures. So like I said before, you can switch between those to your own preference. Now another thing is, if you're in your messages, you want to hit the 3 dots at the right corner right there, and then go into your settings right here. Then you want to go into the chat feature. It's going to be at the top right here. It's going to say chat feature. Go ahead, hit that. And then what you want to do to make it so that people can't read your messages while you're typing, or know when you read their messages, is just uncheck this one and this one. And I'm talking about, then they won't be able to see that anymore. Alright guys, this feature I'm going to show you how to remove the Google feed from over here on the left side. So you just want to long hold the screen, hit this option, and then remove that button right there. So when you go back, now you don't have that Google feed on the left hand side anymore. It's just all your apps and things of that nature. But the really cool thing is that you can get the Google Assistant just by swiping from the bottom corner. What's the weather like right now?
Right now in the Bronx, it's 46 degrees and mostly cloudy. Today, it'll be partly cloudy with a forecasted high of 47 and a low of 21.
Now, I'm going to show you how to block a caller. Basically, you want to go into the calling option right here, and then go into the settings feature at the top left-hand corner right here. Then it's going to say right here, blocked numbers. So you just want to go ahead, hit that. And then you can see right here, you can add a new number to go ahead and block as well. Another cool thing in the camera is that they do have an option for macro and wide. So those are those 2 buttons. So that's how you would get to those 2 different camera modes, by hitting those 2 different buttons. But the other thing that you want to do, they have a feature where you can touch to capture on the screen. So basically what you want to do is turn this mode off. Go into the settings option, hit this button right here where it says touch to capture. Another thing you can do to save batteries, just go to battery and go to battery manager right inside here. Turn this button on, because it says when battery manager on, detects the apps that are draining the battery, and you'll have the option to restrict these apps. Restricted apps may not work properly and notifications may be delayed. Now, if you want to save a little bit more battery, what you can do is go into display and go to adaptive display. So just go down right here where it says display, turn this on, and the screen brightness adjusts to the environment. Your brightness will automatically adjust to your environment activities, and you can move the slider manually to help. But basically, it'll keep your phone at optimal brightness based on your environment. Another thing that you can do pretty frequently is just go to About Phone, and at the top of the phone it's going to say wireless update. So what you want to do is go ahead, hit that, and you do want to do that ever so frequently. You're going to see that they do have a new update here for this device. We can go ahead, hit that, download that. But basically it's going to optimize the phone, give it a new software. It does say right here, optimize the touchscreen, added the regulatory labels, FCC CE MIC page in settings about phone, improve the Russian translation on the phone, the minor bug fixes, and system optimization. In order to put your info on the home display, you'll have to actually go in display itself, go to advanced, then go to show screen display right here, click that. Then right here, you'll be able to show a lock screen message right there. You could put your name, things of that nature on the home screen. So whatever you so desire, you could put there. What you want to do is touch this option. It's going to show the lockdown option, which will display the power button and the option that turns off smart lock. So basically smart lock will control the, we can install this later. Smart lock will basically remove fingerprint and facial unlock, and you'll only be able to use the pattern password or PIN. Another thing you want to do is manipulate dark mode right here, which is called dark theme on this phone. But as you can see, you can turn that from dark to light based on the environment you're in. During daytime, you want to probably leave it at this one, but if it's night or in low light environment, you could turn it to this one. Now, another thing, you might find your screens are blank on them, so you might want to add groups of apps that are similar. So what you could do is like drag music onto the home screen and then find another app like SoundCloud similar to it. Put that right on the home screen. Then you want to drag this one right over top of it and then find another one that's similar, maybe another music app, something that plays music like YouTube. And then you could put like Y Music in there since that plays music as well. And then you can just name this thing music. And then you can do that for a bunch of other apps like banking, finance, travel, things of that nature. Now, another one thing you want to do is go into the camera and turn on watermark so that it'll identify what the photo that you're on is taking. And then you want to turn on anti-shake so that your phone doesn't shake when you're taking a photo. And now you could just take a picture really easily. There's not going to be any like, even if you're shaking like this, let me show you. You know what I mean? I was just shaking really bad. But like a lot of people, they might not have the most steadiest hand. So that anti-shake definitely helps. You can see right there, I didn't have the most steady hand when I was taking it. And then this is pretty clear as well. But like I said, it's going to have that watermark right there on the bottom left-hand corner that says Umidigi A9 Pro AI Quad Camera. Now, another thing you can do is when you're in About Phone, what you can do is locate the option on that screen that says, emergency info right here. So you're going to see an option that says emergency info and contact owner. Hit that option. Now you're going to be able to add the info and contact of an emergency person. So you want to enter, you could put the home address, the blood type. Obviously, I'm not going to put all that in right now, but you can also add, different contacts and things of that nature to that as well. The next hidden feature is located in system. And when you click advanced, you can find it. You can go to right here where it says schedule power on and off. You can have that happen in the middle of the night, but you want to power your phone on and off every single day at maybe like 4 a.m. in the morning right here. And then maybe do that every day. And then you can have it powered back on at like 15 or something like that. You know what I mean? So that your phone can get used to a schedule of powering off and on and things of that nature. So let me just change the time here as well, set time to 15 right there. So now every day this phone will power off. It'll have a nice battery health cycle. But this is actually cool. Watch this. Now when I click here once, I get my Google feed there. and I removed it from the home screen. So whenever I want to get to it, I could just home click it. I think that's another cool thing that I did before, but I just want to show you how that worked. And then this one's cool. You double click that and you get to the camera really quick. You know, that's just the shortcut that how it works, but it works really quickly as well. But I think I'm gonna remap the button on the left for the thermometer so I could show you the thermometer one more time. And we're gonna change it to map. So the thermometer we're gonna use as the double click. So here it is. So all you have to do is double click that. You get to the thermometer and you could measure objects right here. Let me see, change it to objects and then it measures the temperature of it in Fahrenheit or Celsius. And then you could go to people and I can measure my pulse right here. And then change it to Fahrenheit as well. So you can see that that's actually pretty useful. But those are my top 35 tricks, tips and tricks, hidden features. But let me know what you guys think down below and I'll get right back with you later, crew. Peace.
C